and record. Right, good morning everybody and welcome. It's now 11 o'clock according to my time and we are doing some revision for tests. Right? So let's see if I'm on there, but everybody just verify that you are in this classroom. Can you see that? There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Everybody's in the classroom, everybody in the classroom. And so am I, and so am I here. Yes, Piyush? Oh, do you want the link to this?
So, Mahmoud is asking us.
You know, now I'm gonna pause the recording. This is a Zoom lesson. I found it easier to Zoom. Okay, hold it. Let me just for my let me just stop recording. Oh, there's the red button there. Right. Thank you very much. Okay, so the first question is, what is the biggest concern about artificial intelligence? Answer is, artificial intelligence could be used to make bioweapons, or even weapons for that matter. Right, that's a concern. Now, I hope one day when you become AI specialist and IoT, you are ethical in the way you approach AI, right? Next question, what potential does artificial intelligence have according to the text or according to what I'm teaching you? And the answer there is to solve the most difficult problems of today tomorrow. That's what we want AI to do. We want AI to help us with cures for cancer, cure for COVID, right? We want artificial intelligence to make our lives easy. How does the test describe the current era of artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence right now is going through a renaissance, a complete change over. When I used to teach programming, I had to say things like, what's the input? What's the output? What's the programming structures that I need to use? Now, all I gotta do is give it some test data, give it some expected output, and the program will determine based on this test data whether, like our previous example, whether we like cool drink or whether we like classical music, based on its test data. I don't have to say if age equals 30, classical music. If age greater than 25, cool drink, whatever, right? Next question, question number 4. What is the purpose of using artificial intelligence? The purpose of artificial intelligence and AI is to solve our problems, for us to become prosperous, healthy. This is according to the text, right? Some people may disagree, whatever, but we want to pass the exam and pass the test, right? We don't want AI to replace human jobs. I don't want it to limit my human creativity. I don't want it to create complex video games. I want AI to help me, help you solve problems. Right? For humanity's sake. Let's go on. Question number 5. What new capabilities can AI provide according to our text? According to our text, the ability to fly without machines, the ability to hear better, see better, create new drugs, the ability to live without food, the ability to communicate telepathically. Oh my goodness, what was the answer there? The ability to hear, see, and create new drugs, according to the text, right? We can't go and fly a computer without, a machine without, what's the word is? Fly without machines, ability. I can't live without food. I don't know about you. How do I communicate with you telepathically if I knew that, ooh, all the problems of being a husband would be solved? What is the main question about artificial intelligence future? According to the text, or in our case, according to what I am having in the curriculum. According to it, AI will it ever be fully developed? We don't know what the future holds. Whether society will make smart choices about AI, whether AI will replace all human jobs. whether AI will remain a science fiction concept like the Terminator 2 or Arnold Schwarzenegger. Right? And the answer there is whether society will make smart choices about AI. Whether we'll use AI to produce a drug or a medication to cure a disease, or whether we'll use AI to make a drug or medication to create a disease. See the choices that we have with AI? Right? And now, we as human beings, we feel sorry for you. We'll say, hey, so nice, thank you much. Share the link of the book. Share the link of the book. What is AI? Right? Root out, learn what is AI. Share the link. Probably the link is outside you said enough. Right? What is the potential positive outcome of getting things right with AI? If AI, if you and me and everybody else, we get, when I say get it right, what can AI do for us? One, life can flourish. That's the answer we're looking for. We don't want it to be under strict control. We don't want it only for scientific research. We don't want it to take over human responsibilities. We want our lives to improve. Right? We want a better standard of living. We want more free time. We want more creativity. We don't want to sit and do mundane tasks over and over and over. Right? Next question. True and false. The first form of intelligence used during the drive was actually true or false. Self-driving feature in the car required constant input from the driver. True or false? The next question was, augmented intelligence includes features like collision detection and blind spot avoidance. Yay! I don't know if you all saw my WhatsApp picture where we've got a Volvo S60, right? And it's got a little radar in the front. And at home, we've got a wall. So as the wife was going towards the wall, it applied brakes automatically. Let me share that photo with you on it. I took it for you guys. That's augmented reality, right? Where hopefully we never get to use it. But yes, the computer, the car's computer, right? Look at your WhatsApp photograph. The car's computer decided or determined that the driver, which is my wife, and I know she was distracted, she was going to hit the wall. So what did it do? It applied the brakes, right? Auto braking by city safety, it's called city safety. Ooh, that was pretty hot that day, 29 degrees. Right? It applied city safety, it stopped the car. The only time I did that was when we were test driving the car. In the showroom, the guy puts up a poster and he said, drive. And he was sitting in the passenger seat, the wife was in the back seat. She didn't put a seatbelt on. I mean, we are in the showroom and the man says, drive. So I drove. And when it approached the poster, the car braked and stopped. And the wife who didn't have a seatbelt on in the back came forward, right? That's city safety. There we go. Artificial intelligence includes features, augmented intelligence, like collision detection and blind spot avoidance. Cars nowadays have blind spot avoidance. You'll see it on the side view mirror. It'll start to see or even something like that. But that's augmented intelligence. You're replacing the driver with some other tool. Now, my car doesn't have it. It's a bit older than that. But I'm a careful driver. I'm the augmented intelligence. Wow. Next one. True or false? Augmented intelligence, artificial intelligence replaces the need for human intelligence in certain tasks, maybe in certain tasks, but I don't think in all tasks. I hope it doesn't. Because imagine if artificial intelligence will replace me. You don't need me anymore. The next one. Artificial augmented intelligence works independently of human input. Here's an example of the car. Certain tasks, yeah. Wait, let me see what my memo says. I go by the memo, right? Number 4 is true.
Yeah.
Right. Oops, where did I go now? Machines are better at ingesting large amounts. True. Right? That's why we're going to use machines. Humans are better at generalizing. Yes, humans are better at generalizing creativity. And we've got empathy. We feel sorry when a student don't pass a test. We feel sorry when they don't come for an exam. Right. We feel sorry that you are sitting outside waiting for test. Artificial intelligence is best suited for tasks that require repetitive high accuracy. Yeah, something that I repeat over and over. Augmented intelligence do not enhance human capabilities. Ooh. Right, there's the answers. Take it down. Right. Next one. True or false? I don't know if I post this on the chat. Did I post this, Samuel? Supervised learning requires labeled. Very good. Labeled data for states. Right, learning from supervised versus unsupervised learning. Unsupervised can be used to find hidden patterns without any labels. Overfitting occurs when the model performs well on training data, but poorly on new unseen data. Right? Next question. Decision tree. Ooh, we did this. Decision tree classifier. Remember the Samuel? Right. Piyush, you can't remember it, you weren't here. You wasn't here, honestly. Neural networks are inspired by the human brain and consist of layers of interconnected nodes. Well, that's how they came up with nodes, neurons, axons, and all of that, right? Okay. Do I have the answers for that? Oh, no, I don't have the answers. I think I do. Reinforcement learning involves an agent to make decisions by receiving rewards or penalties. There's the answers. Right? True. Right. Now, thank you. Please share that to me. Could you share it? On WhatsApp. What's the link? Learn. Right. As I was going along, I found one of the students had a lovely link. Call it out for me, please. Hey, there's my AI link. By the way, I finished this course. They asked me, they started the course. I did the course on my own, which I sent to you guys as well. I don't think y'all even bothered to check it. Oh, meet the instructor. I know all of this. But isn't it fun that I joined the session? I'm going to join them. Don't worry, I'll share it all with you, right? Right. Call out the link. What's the link for the AI? I'm listening. Call out the link. Learn. Learn.microsoft.com. Will be faster if I do the Google. Right, so it's Microsoft Learn Education. Let's see what it gives me. There we go. AI for education. There it is. There it is. There we go. AI in education.
Video, I'll be going deep into AI for education, and these are the latest updates from Microsoft EDU. My name.
Right, great. I'm going to copy that And let's post that into our chat. Right. Okay. Oops.
I would say, I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal. So AI is a real big deal right now. And I'm a group product manager on the Microsoft Education Engineering team. Now, I showed this deep dive talk at the BET conference.
Let's watch it on YouTube so I can share the link with you as well.
Conference in London in January of 2024, and a lot of people asked me, "Hey, Mike, can I get this entire recording and presentation on YouTube?" So that's what this is. I'm going to be covering everything across the AI spectrum. 2023 was a big year for AI. It was all over the news in education. And if you're a fan of the movie Anchorman and Ron Burgundy, if Ron Burgundy was AI would say, I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal. So AI is a real big deal right now. Now, many of you have probably heard of OpenAI. They're the ones who create ChatGPT, the large language models, DALL-E 3, and Microsoft has been partnering with OpenAI for years, whether it's deep research, AI principles, security, and Microsoft has integrated OpenAI's leading models into our software. Now, in terms of responsible AI, before we really get into this, we did a large-scale survey globally of educators, and we found that the number one thing that educators really care about is making sure our AI has responsible principles built in. So whether it's fairness, reliability, safety, inclusiveness, transparency, everything we do takes these responsible AI principles and builds them into our products as well as our processes inside of Microsoft. So that is in everything we do. Now, in terms of Microsoft Education and AI, these are four big categories. You have Core Copilot, and I'll be showing that in just a bit. We have Copilot for M365. And that's
We've got Copilot licensed to
DUT
DUT and DUT students.
We also are building specific tailored experiences for educators and students, and my team builds a lot of these as well. I won't be going as much into Azure and building your own Copilots, but imagine as a district or an institution, you can take all of your own data and build your own Copilots based on that data. That will be in a different talk in the future. Let's get right into Microsoft Copilot. So why Microsoft Copilot? First off, it's the most powerful AI models. That means GPT-4 Turbo, that means DALL-E 3, and everything is free. There's no cost to that. In some places, you have to pay for the best AI. With Copilot, it is built in and available at no extra cost. We're also transparent about sourcing. We cite everything. You can have little citations and references on all the knowledge that's coming up, which is great, especially for education. There's also no knowledge cutoff. It doesn't end in September of 21. Because it's used at the Bing index, it is always up to date. And finally, there's commercial grade data protection. That means safe, secure. We don't train our models with inputs. Everything is safe and secure to your institution. So when you sign in with your Azure Active Directory, now known as Entra ID, your school account, everything is safe and secure, and I'll show that. Now, Copilot shows up in 5 different places, and this is just the core Copilot. It shows up at copilot.microsoft.com, the Edge sidebar, mobile, Windows, and Bing. Now I've switched over to Demo Copilot. This is just a straight Copilot that's available for anyone in the web with any type of education license. So it's at copilot.microsoft.com. And the first thing you're going to note is if I go in the upper right, you're going to see that it's signed in and it's protected. so all your personal and company data are protected. There's also some nice prompts to get started, and these are focused for educators in particular. Now at the bottom, you're going to see the different conversation styles. There's more precise, there's balanced, and then there's creative. And creative is the free GPT-4 and DALL-E 3. So at the bottom, I'm going to add in a prompt. I'm going to say, please create a lesson plan about the history of Stonehenge and tailor it towards a 9th grade history class. And please add learning objectives. Copilot's going to go, and it's going to quickly create a lesson plan for me. If I scroll to the top, you're going to see the learning objectives. You'll also note that there's little citations and references. And if I hover over a link, I can see exactly where that came from, English heritage in this case, and the sources are also down the bottom. Now, there's lots of different theories about Stonehenge, and I'm going to ask to put all the theories about where Stonehenge came from into a table. Was it an alien? Was it a druid? Was it King Arthur? So I'll hit submit, and quickly I'm going to get an entire table of all the different theories about Stonehenge. It even has the sourcing and it has an image, but it also has edit in Excel. If I click that, I can quickly open up Excel, and everything from that table is right there in Excel. Now, Copilot also does images. In this case, can you create a photorealistic image of Stonehenge and integrate Merlin from the Arthurian legend? And this uses the free DALL-E 3. So very quickly, Copilot's going to make me some images right here. Let's open up this one. Hey, there's our Carl Merlin. He's hanging out in front of Stonehenge. So all of the DALL-E image creation is here too. I want to create a new topic. I just click that button right there. It sweeps everything aside. Let's start over. Moving on to the Edge browser, we also have Copilot here. I've opened up a 30-page PDF in Edge because it reads PDF. In the upper right, I click Copilot, and it pulls it up on the side like a research assistant. I'll go to more precise mode, and I'm going to say, please write a summary of this PDF, pull the top 5 points. And there we go. 5 things right there. It sources it. It works on any web page. So here's just a web page I have. I'm going to say, please summarize this web page. There's some other prompt examples here. If I hit submit, it'll write a quick summary of the web page, cite and source everything with the references, all set. This works on any web page. Moving on to mobile. Not many people know that you can download Copilot on your iOS device or your Android device. Again, everything is free, GPT-4 and DALL-E 3. Here I have Copilot on my iPhone. I'm going to launch this right here, and very quickly you can see similar UI. I'm going to tap on Use GPT-4. Now I'm just going to do a very similar type of thing, help me design a lesson plan for 7th graders that focuses on the causes of the Cold War. Here's an entire lesson plan, it's citing and sourcing everything. Can you help me generate an image that shows the United States and the former Soviet Union merged together? DALL-E 3 on my phone. Same thing, I've got some images. This one here in the lower right looks kind of cool. Now what's also nice is I can upload images and have DALL-E 3 analyze them. I'm going to upload a picture here and say, can you identify the details of this picture? Hey, there's my dog in front of a Christmas tree. It actually does that. It even identifies some of the ornaments in the Christmas tree. So all of this is on the phone. Moving to Windows 11. Copilot is also built in here now as well. And it's coming to Windows 10 in the near future. So as an example, maybe I want to do some research in Word. Lesson plan ideas. Now at the bottom, I'm going to hit the Copilot button. And on the right-hand side, it's going to open up Copilot in a pane. I have those same options. I might choose more precise or creative if I want GPT-4 mode. Now down at the bottom, I'm going to say, help me do research for this topic. It's going to do a bunch of research, cite, and source everything. I can also just click copy and then just paste that right into Word. So it's very easy to do lesson plan research. And you can use this in anything in Windows. You can even ask Copilot things like, how do I turn on dark mode? Or how do I turn on focus mode? So you actually get help in how to use the operating system itself. So Copilot is very flexible in Windows 11. If you want a Microsoft Learn course, this is professional development on how educators can use Copilot. You've got an entire course. It's one of our most popular courses. You can learn all about prompting, the different places you can use Copilot, and how to use it in the education setting. So I encourage you to use this course, share it in your district, share it with your institution. Moving along, next up is Copilot for Microsoft 365. This is integrating Copilot into all of Microsoft 365 in places like Word, PowerPoint, OneNote, and Teams. Now, this is the one that does cost money. There's a license fee. We've rolled it out to educators, and very soon it's coming to higher ed and 18+ students. That's in the future. But what Copilot Microsoft 365 does is it takes large language models, it uses the graph, which is your data, emails, chats, documents, your internal SharePoint sites, your PowerPoint. It also shows up in the Microsoft apps. This could be in Word, OneNote, Excel, Teams, and it also uses in the web. Now, in addition, you have security, compliance, privacy, and responsible AI. So the Microsoft 365 Copilot takes all of that together. Now, as an example of what that might look like, let's take a look at Copilot in Word. So I've got a lesson plan here I've created, Newton's laws of motion. Now, let's say I want to select a specific paragraph and use Copilot to rewrite that paragraph. We'll select that, and on the left, there's a little Copilot button. I can say rewrite with Copilot. It's going to draft a couple of rewrites, and there's some options. I can scroll through the different options that it's giving me. I can change the tone of that. So I can make it more concise, more imaginative. Let's say I'm going to make it more concise. I'll get a few more options. Here's 2 or 3 options with the concise rewrite. So I'm going to choose this one here and say replace. Next up, I can do a visualize this table. So I've got Newton's 3 laws in a paragraph. I'm going to click the Copilot button and say visualize as a table. It's going to analyze that paragraph and pull out nice 3 laws in a table. Now, if I want to open up Copilot as a chat experience on the right-hand side, in the upper right of every Office app, there's a Copilot button. So now I can chat with my document, ask questions about my document, I can summarize it. So down in the lower right, let's say that I say, what are the top 3 concepts in this document? Copilot will do that, and it'll cite its different sources. I can also get help on how to prompt better. Lots of sample prompts. I can even open up the Copilot Lab. So these are all the best prompts in Word, and it's always getting updated. So Prompt Hub is built in. Now let's say I want to start a new document, draft with Copilot. I'm going to create a quiz based on a specific document. I do the / and choose that Newton's laws of motion. So I'm going to say make a quiz based on that document and give me the answers as well. So Copilot's going to draft an entire quiz with all of the answers and specify how I wanted it. Now at the bottom, I'll say, replace each bullet point with a little emoji, make it a little more fun. Copilot can quickly go and do that. So this is just a quick example. There are a ton of things you can do with Copilot and Word, and there are many more things coming in the near future. Now moving on to Excel. Copilot and Excel, there's a lot of educators that can be intimidated by Excel use. And what's nice is with Copilot, you can use natural language and ask questions about your data and get suggestions. So in this case, we're going to have a little Excel about the Office characters and all their different test scores. So here's the Office characters here. In the upper right, I'm going to click the Copilot button. And now we're going to ask questions about the data. So first off, we're going to say, show me the top 5 scores in the class and sort by the highest score. What Copilot will do is right there really quickly, I'll do I true did the best, of course. Then it gives me a little narrative about the class. I can also say, hey, are there any interesting outliers in these scores? And Copilot will analyze the data and give you an answer about outliers and make a chart. I can even ask it to show me other insights. And I can click add all these insights to the grid. So now I've got a nice set of dashboard materials that you took just a couple of seconds. So just imagine being able to ask more questions about your data. And a lot of those more complex Excel features can get unlocked with that power of natural language and Copilot in Excel. Now, one of my very favorite M365 Copilot scenarios is in Teams. So a lot of educators might have staff meetings. They're not crazy about taking notes. Usually people do not like to take notes during a meeting. Would it be great if you could delegate that off to your Copilot? So in this case, I'm in a Teams meeting and I click notes. And Copilot is now my AI note taker. So Copilot's listening to the transcription. It's taking notes as that meeting is going along. It's so cool. We've tried this at Microsoft. It saves a lot of time. Now, if I want to go and ask Copilot privately, hey, Copilot, can you go tell me what did Miguel say about those customer priorities? Copilot will analyze things and will insert that right into the notes. If I join the meeting late, privately, I can say, is there anything that I missed? Can you tell me if someone assigned me something when I wasn't in the meeting? No, that happens when they assign you a task and you weren't there. So having an AI note taker that's always being able to tell you what's been happening, what's going on, it's a super powerful way to use Teams meetings. Last up, for M365 Copilot, we're gonna show Copilot in the web and in Windows. So similarly, you saw the Copilot in the browser, this is the free version, but if I have Copilot for M365, I get this option to switch over to work mode. Now Copilot's gonna analyze all of my email and chats documents. So I can go and ask a question to Copilot, so like my chief of staff. Summarize what I was mentioning in the last 24 hours, organize my emails and chats, highlight by sender and topic. So it's gonna analyze everything, and it says, what are the 3 things I should prioritize today? So my little chief of staff here is saying, these are the things that you should prioritize after I analyze everything that was happening. Really powerful stuff, and this is something that can save you many minutes every day and make you more efficient. Next up is AI for educators in Microsoft Teams. These are new capabilities designed for educators that will be available to all educators globally, no matter what license you have, for no cost. And these are capabilities that my team is working on right now. Some of them have launched and some are in private preview. In terms of our principles, we want to make sure AI is always in context. It's where your class and it can be tailored. Also, educators are always in control. We want to make sure that the educator has the ability to take a look at things before it goes out to the class. We don't just push it out automatically. It's also productivity boosting. We know that saving teachers' time is the top thing, so this is designed to help save teachers' time. And also we have admin controls. So across the board, any of these can be turned off by the tenant admin. If you want to turn all generative AI off, there's going to be switches and admin controls to make sure that your district or your institution is in control. The first one we have is generating rubrics with AI. This allows educators to easily generate a tailored rubric and save a lot of time. So as an example here, you might want to say, I want to add a rubric with AI. Give it a title and what you want the rubric to evaluate. You can also choose an age range, and you can use AI to help you set criteria as well as a scale. So it's a little bit like a wizard. So I'm going to choose a couple of topics here and say generate rubric using AI. And very quickly, it's going to come up with a draft of a rubric. And you can go and modify that if you want. You can also attach it. But again, that educator's in control and we're saving time, and it has the right context that it needs. That's in private preview right now. In addition, another one that's in private preview is generating assignment instructions. Another time saver for educators that lets you generate instructions. So if I give it a title, understanding the rock cycle, some simple instructions, and I also know that this is a science class, and I know some things about the class, the first thing I might try is adding detail. So we're going to generate some details to add to your assignment instructions. Okay, that looks good. We'll choose keep it. Now I want to say emphasize concepts. So it's going to analyze the instructions and emphasize in bold some of the concepts. Okay, that looks great. Keep it. Maybe add some emoji, add a little sparkle. This is kind of fun. So let's add some emojis in front of those different numbers. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll keep that. Now I want to add some learning objectives. So we go through and add learning objectives to my assignment instructions. So just in a few seconds, you can create some really nice assignment instructions, and then you can assign that out to your class. And by the way, all these private previews, I will have a link in this presentation as well as in the description if you want to sign up and be a part of these private previews. The next private preview that we're working on is generating classwork modules with AI. Classwork is our new content and curriculum management solutions built right into Teams. So in this case, I might want to say, help me add a module with some suggestions. So what is my subject? Math, what is the age range? Select an age range. I'll hit next. Then I'll just put in what I want the students to be able to know and draft modules. So it's going to draft a set of module skeleton structure for classwork. So I can use to select all or select some or adjust them. But very quickly, I've got some nice classwork modules. Again, just a really nice time saver to help educators get more out of the day. Moving on to learning accelerators. This is one of our brand new concepts in Microsoft 365. Learning accelerators are all about foundational skills and future-ready skills, rapid insights. So things like reading progress and reading coach, or Microsoft Reflect, or search progress and search coach. We're also working on a couple of brand new ones, math progress and math coach, and speaker progress and speaker coach. These are all AI enhanced learning capabilities to make it easier for educators and students to work together to get personalized feedback and to save educators time. You want to understand how does this fit into the broader Microsoft 365 education landscape. At the bottom, you have core components of your platform, management, security, directory. The next layer are inclusive and accessible solutions. So things like immersive reader, narrator, translator, live capture. Then you have your layer for instructional tools, which many of you are probably familiar with. Things like Teams for Education, Random Class Notebook, Minecraft Education, Flip, and more. Now, at the top layer, there's a brand new set. These are the learning accelerators with foundational and future-ready skills in analytics. And we're building more of these right now. One thing that's recently rolled out to Reading Progress, which is our AI-enhanced learning tool. This is all about reading fluency, so reading progress. This allows educators, when the student has made a recording and recorded themselves reading, if you want a deeper dive on how Reading Progress and Reading Coach works, there's a link in the description as well. But what happens is, when the student records themselves reading, we use AI to analyze their reading speed, their mispronunciations, omissions, etc. Now, in a noisy classroom, what can happen is when that student is recording themselves reading a passage out loud, it can be really hard for the AI to analyze things because of all that noise. You can turn on a noise suppression. So the educator can enable background noise suppression, and that will kind of add an AI layer of noise suppression to have a much cleaner recording, whether it's the educator listening to it or the AI analyzing it. That is fully rolled out and is available today. Another area that is in private preview right now, this is Reading Progress and the ability to generate a passage with AI. So what that means is, historically, educators have been able to add Word documents, PDFs, and some sample passages to practice reading fluency assignments. But educators had said, wow, it'd be great if I could tailor and personalize some of those passages for my class. So custom generate passage right here is a brand new option. I can choose a topic for my class. I can choose the length of a passage, age range, even languages. We support 116 languages and locales. And we can integrate the most challenging words your class has been struggling with. So create a passage with those words integrated. So I generate a passage. You can see the words are integrated. I can say complexity higher or lower. It'll redo that passage generation. So AI can make it easier or harder. And now I've injected this passage. It's ready to assign out to my class. So a huge time saver. And it helps personalize those passages in Reading Progress. That's in private preview today. Another one that's in private preview for Reading Progress are comprehension questions with AI. In this case, you can already add comprehension questions into your reading passage that rolled out in September of 2023. But a new option is you can say, I want to generate questions with AI. So you can say, how many questions would you like to generate? You can say 3. It's going to analyze the passage on the left. Using Microsoft Forms technology, it's going to generate a set of comprehension questions. And I can edit these. Again, the educator's in control. You can change them. I can add, I can delete, but it's a real nice time saver. This is also a private preview. And again, you'll be able to sign up for any of these private previews. There's a link to a form at the end of this presentation, and it's also linked in the description of this video. The last AI update at Teams for Education I'll talk about is Reflect Question Suggestion. So Reflect is our well-being tool, and we've had a lot of feedback that educators would like to get more feedback from students about how they're feeling. So in this case, you can see in the lower left part, how are you feeling about your homework? And hey, what are some of the reasons that you feel that way? And this is a set of options. And the AI can help the educator suggest questions, and the educator can add their own questions. But again, it's a time saver for gathering more information about that well-being. That'll go into private preview likely in April of 2024. Moving to learning accelerators, and one of the newest ones that we're actively working on right now that uses AI enhanced learning is Speaker Progress. Speaker Progress helps develop confident presenters with tools. It can reduce student anxiety and get real-time coaching, and the educators can track this over time. Think about it as a communication and presentation version of Reading Progress when you see Reading Progress. So for example, the way this will show up, and it's going into private preview in March of 2024, which this video is being recorded in February, so very soon it's going into private preview. When you click Learning Accelerators, you'll see a new option for speaker progress. This is a Teams assignment. The educator will get to set up that speaker progress assignment. So the idea is when the student is practicing communicating and presenting, whether directly with video or the teacher presenting a PowerPoint deck, we'll be able to use AI to watch and listen to how that student's doing. So the example here is the educator says, I'd like to customize what pieces of AI I'd like to analyze. So in this case, they've turned on everything: pace, filler words, pitch, body language, because with the camera you can analyze body language, repetitive language, pronunciation. It's almost like having your own little Toastmasters, for those of you familiar with the Toastmasters experience, where the teacher can now gather feedback much more often on how their students are communicating and presenting. This is a top teacher-ready skill. We've interviewed many high schoolers and middle school students and say they want so much more feedback that they rarely get it in class because it's so time-consuming for educators. In this case, the student will be practicing, communicating, and presenting out loud. The speaker coach, in this case, is try varying your pitch, like give other types of feedback. When the student is done presenting, they get a rehearsal report. It shows their top strengths, their top opportunities. It's fantastic feedback for students. So this is AI helping scale out its students' feedback, but also when they turn in their speaker progress assignment, the educator also gets the same rehearsal report, give feedback, and it tracks progress over time. So in this case, you can see delivery, content, audience engagement. These are all pieces of data that go back to the educator, and we track those with these insights and dashboards. Insights are a key part of learning accelerators, and in this case, you can see how we're tracking filler words here or body language. An example might be the student keeps saying awesome every fifth word. So examples like that are all part of speaker progress. Then the biggest announcement we've made recently on learning accelerators is the new standalone AI-powered reading coach. We know that experts have said personalized, highly engaging, consistent practice is the most effective approach to close learning gap. And what Reading Coach is, the new standalone version, it's AI-powered personalized practice at school and at home. So this is what's key. Reading Coach is now available as a Windows Store app as well as in the browser for free. This can be for home use with parents. It can be with school use with educators. Currently, we support Microsoft consumer accounts. We're going to have school account support in just about 2 weeks. So by the end of February, we'll have school account support fully rolled out. The way it works, as you're going to see, is students get to generate their own stories and practice reading out loud with the same technology we use in reading progress. It also has the inclusive immersive reader technologies to make it more accessible and inclusive for all people to read. So let's see how this works. We're going to start out with Avery, and she's going to be practicing reading out loud using the standalone Reading Coach. So we're going to get started here. This is Reading Coach. I can read a passage from our library. I can paste a passage, but I'm going to choose create a story using AI. So Avery's going to choose a dog. She likes dogs. That's one of her characters. She's going to choose the location, space, dogs in space. Now Avery can also choose her reading level. She's going to choose reading level 3. And now AI is going to generate that story for her that's unique to practice. And if you've seen Immersive Reader or Reading Coach, you'll see some of these same immersive reader capabilities. So Avery can set how she likes the page to look. We even have integrations like Picture Dictionary, she can hear the word. Now Avery's going to go and click the little microphone button and get a countdown and practice reading out loud. So she finishes reading, and when she's done, she has these nice results. Time spent reading, accuracy, achievements, and also practice words. So I click practice words, and it's going to pull up the Reading Coach, and I can practice the words that it's pronounced. Drills into colorful, she can stretch the word, hear it. Practice. So she can go through the Reading Coach. Now when she's done, AI is going to ask her, which direction do you want to take the story? Stargazing or meeting an alien? So it's like a pick a path. Avery's going to choose Rover goes stargazing, and it generates the next chapter of her book. She can keep reading and practice, and she's excited because she's designing this story on her own. And again, when she's done, she can unlock new characters, So we've gamified it a little bit, making it a lot more fun. So here's the time spent reading right here. You have lots of achievements, a first timer, your accuracy, and then all the practicing words. All of this is in Reading Coach. Now, if you don't want to keep reading on that story, you have other stories you've read. We keep track of your different stories. We also give you the ability to choose an example passage in our template library, or you can choose to paste your own passage. So educators might say paste in a specific passage. You can practice reading that as well. Here's an example where that passage was pasted in. Reading Coach is available today at coach.microsoft.com in the web. It's consumer accounts right now. So things like your Outlook account, or your Hotmail account, or whatever account you might have for your Microsoft account. But it's coming for school logins by the end of February 2024. It's also available in the Windows Store on Windows 11 today. Download it, start using it at home, for your parent, or a student. And it's also going to be coming to LMSs in spring. So learning management systems will integrate it with places like Canvas, Schoology, Desire to Learn, and more. So if you're not using standalone as a school, you'll be able to use it with your learning management system as well. Wrapping up Microsoft Designer. This is our AI-powered creativity tool. So it's a great way to bring your ideas to life using AI-powered imagery and text generation. But in particular, what's been super popular is designer images. And so this is the ability to share your prompts on social media to create all sorts of images. These have been kind of going viral with educators all over social media. So what it allows you to do in particular, image creator and designer, you can design a cool prompt. It's a bit like Mad Libs. So in this case, you can see you fill out the little boxes there. This is the case of a Funko Pop character, and then you can share that so other people can fill out their own version. So in this case, I filled out that Funko Pop shareable prompt. This is myself with my little purple cape. I did a 3D image, which is a lot of fun. There was a shareable 3D image prompt. And there was also a fun vet prompt. This was at the vet conference in London as a Lego minifig character. So that link right there, designer.microsoft.com. This is free to use. It's consumer account sign in right now, but a whole lot of fun. And what Becky Keane, a great educator, has done, she's put together a wakelet that has all these fun shareable prompts, so all the different fun ones that you can experiment with. There's a link right there that you can check out. Thank you to Becky Keane for creating that. If you want to do our AI for Educators course on Microsoft Learn, this has been our most popular course. The link is right here. It's also in the description, but it's all about what is a large language model? How do I use image prompting? What is responsible AI? How should I think about AI in the classroom? All these great things are part of this course. It's not a super long course, but it's really impactful just at a one-on-one level. So I encourage you to try this out. Also share it broadly in your district if there's a lot of questions about, hey, how should we be thinking about AI in education? So this is a great course. And then also, if you want to join one of our private previews, here is the link right here. It's also in the description. You have the choice to join our Teams for Education previews, our speaker progress or math progress previews, or other private previews that are coming up. We will onboard you, and we'd love to get your feedback. You can try out this stuff really early on, and there's a lot more coming, so get excited about that one. If you want to keep up with all the latest Microsoft updates and tips and tricks, subscribe to my channel, and then just ring the bell so you get all the latest videos that I post.
Right, thank you. Let's try Copilot, right? Let's go to Copilot. So you can watch this video, AI in Education, Microsoft.com. I'm going to share this in the chat. Share, copy, because I'm going to take questions from here for the test, right? Copilot. We're going to use Copilot because it's licensed to DUT. So let's go to that one. Archive. Oh my goodness. Archive. Class, this is what I did. I sent a WhatsApp message to myself. Do that because I'm going to be deleting my messages very soon. Right, so please watch. Right, now, let's go to Copilot. In the chat, right, so there we go, Copilot. Please sign into your Microsoft account. I'm going to sign in. I'm going to sign in with my Microsoft account. You have a right. So next, it's a school account, DUT account. I know you are at a University of Technology, but they're just calling it a school account. Right, there we go. Right on the top, it says my name. So it says, ask me anything. So I'm going to say, act as an educator at a, Samuel, open for Piyush, at a UNIVERS at a university, and create true and false questions on Microsoft Copilot. Please include the answers at the end of the document. Right? Let's see what it does. It did say, ask me anything. Okay, true or false? Well, I said ask the question that answer at the end. What did I say?
Yeah, specific. You have to say give the question first, then at the very end give the answers.
Oh, there's the answers. Right. Okay, now let me just download this or export it or copy it into WhatsApp. Don't work hard, work smart. I hope you're taking out the answers. Right. Okay. Okay, first question. I got the answers. You don't have the answers. Let me copy this down. Right, first question. Who wants to read the question for me? Oops.
What do you want to go to that?
Samuel, read the question.
That's it.
Yeah, from WhatsApp. Samuel, read the question.
Microsoft Copilot is an AI-powered assistant integrated into Microsoft 365 application.
True or false? Ah, that's such a simple one. You watch the video. Answer. The answer is true. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's right. So the answer is true. Wait a minute. I don't want to see me. I want to see you. Take your hat out. Right. Okay. Next question.
Copilot can only be used in Microsoft Word and Excel.
Can Copilot only be used in Microsoft Excel and Word? No, Copilot is not limited to that, right?
Copilot can help.
Wait. I need to get a. I went to buy a stand. They said they don't have a stand that fits on a webcam. If any of you are going to the malls, just let me know if you can find a stand for the webcam. Otherwise, I gotta hold it all the time, you know? Right? So let's put it there. All righty. Oops. What did I say? Extend. Right. Extend. Duplicate. Right, there we go. Right, next question, Samuel.
Copilot can help users drop emails, create presentations, and analyze data.
True or false? True. Next question, Samuel.
Microsoft Copilot requires a constant internet connection to function.
True. That's why we're struggling here. That's why I have to bring my own internet and everything. Right. My own. I can't work without internet. Please, SRC reps. Get the internet up and running. All right, please. What's the next question, Samuel?
Copilot can understand and generate text in multiple languages.
Ooh, I don't know about that one there. Is it true? Okay, there we go. Right, next question, Samuel.
Copilot is designed to replace human workers in all office tasks.
Oh no! True or false? False, right? Copilot is not supposed to replace us. Not yet, okay, not yet. Right, next question.
Users can interact with Copilot using natural language commands.
True or false? True. Next one.
Copilot can provide real-time suggestions and insights based on the context of the document.
True or false? True. We saw that in the video. Next one.
Microsoft Copilot is available for free to all Microsoft 365 users.
True or false? Well, actually, it's not available. It's not for free. You and I have a license, right? Microsoft license. It's false, right? It's not free. It's not free. Nothing. The best things in life are free. Air, that we breathe. Right, next one.
Copilot can integrate with third-party applications and services.
True or false? True. Right, it can integrate with others. Okay. By the way, I got some questions for the test. Yeah, I just did that. Right, I just got to total it. Okay. No. Hey, that's what we need now, right? That's what we need. All right. So I've got some true and false questions. Let me get some multiple choice questions on Copilot. Right? Let's get some multiple choice questions on Copilot. Let's see. Where's Copilot? Right, there's Copilot. So I'm gonna say act as a teacher. And what must I be so specific, Samuel? And create multiple choice questions on where? How about multiple choice questions? Oh yeah, yeah, I like that. But I want the answers at the end, huh? I want the answers at the end. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's giving me the answer at the end now. Right. Copilot. Oh, this is lovely. Ain't it lovely? Will you use Copilot, please? ChatGPT, we say goodbye to it because ChatGPT, I tend to hit the limit within a few chats. It says, no, you got to wait till 8:33 the following day. I can't wait so long. This is magic. Right. Imagine asking questions about Copilot and we getting the answers as well. Right, let's copy that. Would you like the questions, my dear students? Yes or no? Right. I knew you'd say yes. Now you can do the same thing in Copilot and you'll get the answers as well. Ta-da! Right. Are you ready for the answers? I got the answers. You don't have the answers. Oops. Right. First question. Let me do this. Let's say extend. And then I'll keep that on. Oh man, how come it's not extending? Right. Right. Do me a favor, please, Samuel. You're doing a good job. Read. First question.
What is Microsoft Copilot primarily designed to do?
Right. First question. What is it designed to do? Is it A, play music? B, assist with office tasks? C, manage social media accounts? Or D, develop software? A, B, C, D, it's according to what we have, it's B, right? Assist with office tasks.
Which of the following applications is not supported by Microsoft Copilot?
Right. This is according to, I think, February, March or so. Is it A, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or Adobe Photoshop? Oh, come on. It's a Microsoft product. Which one is not a Microsoft product out there? Adobe Photoshop.
How does Microsoft Copilot help users in Microsoft Excel?
Right. What does it do in Excel?
B.
B, analyzing data and generating insights. That's what Copilot is all about, right?
What is a key feature of Microsoft Copilot?
Key feature of Microsoft Copilot. Let's go with read more there.
B.
What is the key feature?
B.
Answer there is B. It provides real-time suggestions and insights. That's the whole purpose of Copilot, which I want you to try as well.
Which of the following is true about Microsoft Copilot's language capabilities?
Yeah.
B.
B. It can generate text in multiple languages. Yes.
What is required to use Microsoft Copilot? A.
You need a 365 subscription, right?
Which of the following?
Which you all have. Who doesn't have a 365 subscription? Who doesn't have 365? From program here. Don't look at that. Right? That is my WhatsApp open. Right? Yeah, thank you, Copilot. There you go, Copilot, right? You logged in. Tell your name. I can't see you. Next one.
Um, which of the following tasks can Microsoft Copilot assist with?
Drafting, creating, analyzing. Which one?
All of the above.
All of the above. Correct.
Is Microsoft Copilot designed to replace human workers?
Oh no! Say please say no.
Or B? Yes.
Hey, wait a minute. Is it designed to replace me? Do you want to replace me? I'll get Dr. Patel to come. Right. Number 9. Oh, Madam Chair, yes.
How do users interact with Microsoft Copilot?
How do they interact with it?
B. Naturally.
Natural language commands, yes.
Is Microsoft Copilot available for free to all users?
Yes or no? Is it free? Microsoft, come on, how do you think Microsoft got rich? You think they'll give it to you for free? Right? No, right? You need a subscription. And you all have one, just like me. I got one too. Right? Let's go back to Microsoft Copilot. Right, so now I need some short paragraph type questions, okay, in Copilot. So I'm going to say, act as an examiner and create short paragraph type questions on Microsoft Copilot. Please, oh, it's always nice to be polite. Please include the answers at the end of the document. Aha. Wow, I'm telling you, I don't know where I'm going to be in a few years' time, whether you would need me as a teacher or not. Samuel, I don't think I'm going to have a job. Look at this. What better way to learn Copilot than to? Oh, could I have some fill in the blank questions? Hey, this is great. Yeah. All right, let's just. Oh, I forgot to copy this. Would you like the questions? Yes or no? Oh, I did. Oops.
It's below something. Go down. Go down. Down. Yeah. Above that.
Above that.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, there we go. Are those the questions? Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't want the answers there too. I want you to work out the answers. That's how you're going to learn about Copilot. Let's see if Copilot can write a C++ program for us. What do you say? Let's see. You know, let's see. Act as a C++ programmer and write a simple program to input 10 numbers into an array, use the library namespace. Oh, it wrote a C++ program for me. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Copilot, no C++. Oh my gosh. Let's see if it knows about Colab. Can we ask it about Colab? What do you think about it? Okay. Create true and false questions on Google Colab. Include the answers at the end of the text. Oh, one day it'll test me on Google Colab. You should know Google Colab. Your internet connection is unstable. Ooh, don't want an unstable connection, yeah? Oh, there's like, there we go. You proof that you need internet connection to run. And I'm using a wired connection, huh? That's what I want y'all to protest about. We want a stable internet connection. I can't be that generous, right? I'm not going to give you the answers. Oh my, there's the answers in there. Right, so in your test two, I'm going to include Colab. Right, let's go with the answers. Do you want the answers, yes or no? Right, we got 5 minutes. Let's go with the answers. First question. Google Colab is a cloud-based platform for running Jupyter notebooks. True. Right, that's what we're using Colab for. Does it require a paid subscription? No, it's free. Can users write and execute Python code? Yes, that's what we're using it for, Python. Does it support GPU acceleration? Does not, it does. If you look at Google Colab on the top, it says GPU. Can you collaborate in real time? Yes. Google Colab can only be used with Google Drive. I thought it was true. But I can also use, oh no, it's false, because I can import data from a particular path. I don't have to have the file in Google Drive. Can you install additional libraries? Yes. In fact, it's less than 12 hours. If I leave it running for a few hours and I come back, it's gone. But I think it's true. Huh? Only available for Windows? No, I saw people on Mac using it as well. Let's write a Python program. Write a Python program to open a CSV file. Oh my gosh. Wow. Class, you don't need me anymore. There's your Python program to open up a CSV file. Okay, I did it slightly differently. Magic. Right, class, we'll call it a day. Yes. No. No. Untotal. No.
I asked him the same thing, bro. Didn't tell me.
I got it here, but no. Sorry?
It was not being confused, baby.
No. Yeah. All right, goodbye. Thank you. Thank you. when I tell you it's right